50,000 people once lived here. Families, schools, entire lives. Then something went terribly wrong. So wrong that everyone was forced out and never allowed to return. This city is called Pripyat. It sits in northern Ukraine. Pripyat was built for one purpose: to house the workers of the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant, a modern Soviet city. Most people think the disaster ended here, inside these empty streets, but it didn't. Radiation didn't stop at the city limits. It didn't stop at the borders. It spread across Europe, reaching countries hundreds of miles away. Entire populations were exposed, without warning, without consent. This wasn't just a local accident. It became the largest abandoned city on Earth.
It's now clear that the Soviet Union has suffered one of the worst disasters in the history of nuclear power. Massive quantities of radiation have apparently been released in an accident at the Chernobyl power station in the Ukraine.
So I'm in Ukraine right now. I'm about an hour from Chernobyl. I leave tomorrow. I'm so excited. We start the journey in Kyiv back in 2016 before we enter the city of Pripyat. This comes to show how close the capital of Ukraine is to the exclusion zone. It's about 5 in the morning right now. I'm getting picked up to go to Chernobyl at 7 a.m. I'm very excited to do this. I'm staying calm right now. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Chernobyl. I'm accepting the fact that I'm going to be walking into an irradiation city full of crazy history. All right, so I have a personal tour guide with me that's taking me to Chernobyl. Your name's Misha? Yeah. Misha is going to be my guy who's taking me around Chernobyl. He's even holding my bag. He's a good guy. They gave me this. This paper, pretty much to show that I'm insured and you know, if something happens, you know, I'm covered in a way, you know, because you know it is radiation as well. Got some brief information packets, area and distances, and it shows like how much miles it is. The current population is 162 residents. They live like in the area and stuff of Chernobyl. One thing is gonna be crazy is when we're gonna go through Chernobyl, there's gonna be pretty much like stops, and the military is gonna check my passports every single time. They're really strict about this. So yes, Chernobyl does have radiation, and what we've been going over is how much microsieverts, pretty much is the measurement of radiation, is in Chernobyl. And it shows you how much radiation is in our daily lives. For instance, a dental x-ray, you get 5.0 microsieverts. Now the average microsieverts we're gonna be walking around Chernobyl is usually about 3.0, sometimes even less, sometimes just 0.3. So you're actually allowed to walk there now. That's why we can all go there and explore right now without getting hurt. But there is still areas near the nuclear reactor that blew that has around 25 microsieverts.
Now the radiation background is 0.10 microsieverts per hour. That is absolutely normal and absolutely safe radiation background for all human beings.
Okay.
All over the world. But in different parts of the world, the radiation background is different. In the center of Kyiv, it's a bit higher. It's 0.15, 0.14.
Is it higher because of the nuclear reactor that blew?
No, it's not because of the nuclear reactor. It's just because of the granite and marble slabs.
Oh, I did notice that. There's so much granite and marble. I love that though.
Yeah. Granite itself is a little bit radioactive. That's why all those slabs, granite and marble, they create such a little bit increased radiation. It's not increased.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
a little bit radiation background.
Yeah.
It's higher, a bit higher than here, for example, 0.10.
Okay.
So in Chernobyl town, it will be 0.12, 0.13 microsieverts per hour. In my apartment in Kiev, the radiation background is 0.18, 0.19 microsieverts per hour. That is also absolutely safe. Up to 0.30 microsieverts per hour, it is an absolutely safe radiation background for human beings. But even if it is a bit higher, for example 0.9, it's not so dangerous. It just depends on the time which you spend there.
We always have radiation in us no matter what.
Yes.
Also, another thing I was going to ask you. So
radiation is coming from the sun, from the earth, from almost everywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say is like, what's the average dose of radiation when we're going to be walking through?
So during the day.
During the day?
During the day trip to the exclusion zone, you will obtain maximum 3 microsieverts of radiation.
That's not even bad, because you think about that. So we're gonna get hit with 3 microsieverts for the whole time we're here, right?
Yeah.
And if you do a dental X-ray, you're getting hit with 5. And that's under 3 seconds.
I'm talking about an airplane flight from Kiev to Toronto. You
22
microsieverts.
microsieverts.
Yeah. The same gamma rays, the same radiation, they are just different in origin.
Exactly.
You receive the radiation from the outer space during your flight, and here you will get the radiation because of the man-made catastrophe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So pretty much there is radiation everywhere, all around you, and it is safe to explore Chernobyl. Now it is, but there is certain parts of Chernobyl that aren't safe, right? Like near the nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
And you can't be there for more than like 20 minutes without getting like sick, right?
You can be there for more than 20 minutes.
You can. Okay, you can.
Be. Yeah.
And
a lot of people they stay there for more than 20 minutes.
Oh damn. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
The worst thing in the exclusion zone is the possibility to obtain internal irradiation.
That's the worst case scenario.
That's the worst case, yeah.
Okay.
Which can happen to you there.
It can or it can.
These days, it's minimal.
Minimal.
It's almost zero. Why? Due to the decontamination that was
the
carried
decontamination. Okay,
which was carried out after the Chernobyl accident, and due to the fact that we are allowed to drive around only according to the approved
zones. Approved zones. Okay, that's exactly why I didn't want to sneak inside Chernobyl, because I didn't want to walk inside of a bad area and then actually get hurt in the end, because I had no knowledge about which route I could take. And that's why we are with Misha today.
Yeah.
He's our hero. Yeah. He's our hero.
I am your everything. And you're my everything as well. I will take care of you.
Dude, this is the coolest guy right now. Now you all have your lesson about radiation. Now we have to go into the actual city. Right now we're in the closest town to Chernobyl, and they call it Ivankiv. And these two buses are government buses. And the city of the town of Ivankiv has Chernobyl workers. And every Monday they pick them up. They work there for 4 days, and they bring them back on Thursday. So in Chernobyl and Pripyat, there's checkpoints, and we're not allowed to film them, but I'll show you a glimpse. All right, so I'm not supposed to film this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. There's Misha, he's gonna get the paperwork signed, and then the cop's gonna come here and ask for my passport. This is all run by the government here, so we can't film. Everything in Chernobyl and Pripyat is all run by the government now because of the radiation. But I do want you all to know it is strict, but it's also very normal here, and if you follow the rules, everything's okay. Anybody can come here, but you have to contact the tour guides and those people that allows you to that helps you get in here. When the reactors blew, they tried keeping it a secret.
Yes, of course.
And so then Sweden found out about it just from naturally living, and they knew it was like all over them.
And in cooperation with Americans, they sent a spy satellite with thermal vision, and that satellite detected that something happened here at the
Oh man, those Americans helped. Yeah, man, they must have been upset too.
Yeah.
So
here is the Decontamination checkpoint. That's where we are.
So we're right here.
We're going to follow this road. We will pass 2 abandoned villages on our way.
Okay.
One is somewhere here, another one is somewhere here, and after that we are going to enter the town of Chernobyl.
The wind blew a cloud of radiation over the Baltic states towards Scandinavia. Some radiation monitors recorded levels 10 times above normal. In Sweden, about 600 people were evacuated from a nuclear plant north of Stockholm. Authorities there thought at first the radiation levels must be coming from a leak in their own reactor. Some Western scientists suggest the type of pollution detected could indicate a nuclear meltdown.
And I spoke with some people in Sweden this morning, and they indicate that they have found iodine in Sweden and cesium, which very strongly suggests that there was a core meltdown.
So this is where it all starts. We're starting here in a village, and we're gonna work our way more into Chernobyl, then leading into Pripyat. Children, just imagine that in your head, that you're in your house, you're having fun, you're living your daily life, your family, your children, your girlfriend, everything, and you were just forced to just take your special belongings, anything you got, and just leave and never come back, because that's exactly what happened. But they also were told by pre-precautions that they're allowed to come back in 3 days, but that was just a lie to keep everything safe and calm just to get everyone out without riots or scaring people.
To avoid any panic.
Yeah. 2 plant workers were killed immediately by the explosion. Several others inside the facility received fatal radiation exposure within hours. In the weeks following the accident, 28 firefighters and plant personnel died from acute radiation sickness. Emergency responders were not informed of the level of radiation present. Most entered the site without protective equipment. The explosion at Chernobyl became the worst nuclear accident in recorded history. So now we're at 0.15 microsieverts per hour. What if you bring it down, or does it go up? Oh, I'm surprised it even calculates that without even going near the ground. So that's even still less than an X-ray, everybody. So that's how safe it is to walk around here now. It's not like it used to be. All right, so we're gonna walk inside one of these buildings, maybe a few. Look at all the old, oh dude, what? Their kid stuffed animals are here still? And their family's boots and everything. Dude, so we're in a family's house then, pretty much, exactly.
Yes.
We're in a regular family's house that had kids. And they had to leave everything they had behind. Even their clothes are here. Damn, this was I'm assuming, yeah, this was their wallpaper. The wallpaper of the building.
Yeah.
This calendar says 1983. Yep.
Either left here by those people who were involved during the decontamination and cleaning of the area, or it was just left here by
Anyone.
anyone.
So, yeah, exactly. Look at this. This is a Chernobyl's gas mask right here. Wow. Yeah, one of the thousands of gas masks just laying on the floor here. So how much people you say was around here, you think?
Almost 3,000.
Wow, just living in the villages. So that gas mask that we've seen is actually very common here, because during the Soviet Union, the Soviet Union period, that's what they all wore, and so the civil defense pretty much wanted to give everyone around here gas masks just in case something happened. You know, anything, a war happened, they have gas masks, you know, to be safe. We're just passing by houses and houses that are just abandoned in the forests.
And here on the left hand, you can see the concrete road sign of the town.
Look at that right there. Is that saying Chernobyl?
Yeah. It says Chernobyl.
Damn.
We can jump out here.
So right now, me and Mish right here, we had to stop because we had to get the sign of, I mean, in those blue letters, that says Chernobyl right there. And look at that. I'm not used to seeing the Russian symbol.
Yeah.
I'm not used to seeing that.
Of the Soviet Union glory. Glory to the Soviet Union. The hammer in the circle inside.
Yep.
After that, yellow crane, and this illustration here, it represents the construction of the nuclear power plant, which was still on in 1986.
Oh,
It was
wow.
the main activity which was running on this area those days.
Oh yeah, you guys have problems with Russians right now, yeah?
A lot of problems.
A lot of problems with the Russians right now.
Huge problem.
Yes, exactly. But there it is. We're now literally in Chernobyl. I mean, you can't get any more Chernobyl than that. The sign's right here. So right before we get to all the abandoned crazy stuff, all these you see right here are all towns, villages, and cities that were affected by the radiation. Everyone that had to evacuate their city or town or village is right here. Every one of these posts is a different village or city. Look how many there are all the way down there. Pretty much it's just a big memorial for them. So this is a Chernobyl town.
This is the Chernobyl town.
And people see, as you can see, it's not that all abandoned.
Yeah, and it's not a deserted place.
It's not a deserted place.
Almost 3,000 people work here.
This town that we're in right now is very old. It was actually named after the power station, the new nuclear reactor that exploded. That's why everybody thinks Chernobyl is abandoned, because it was named from this town called Chernobyl. But the city that actually is abandoned is Pripyat. Oh, so people can actually come back and see their house now?
Usually on the 9th of May every year, gates are opened for former inhabitants of the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, and they can stay here during daytime.
These boats are just left here, and because of the reason why they're here is because they're so contaminated and it costs so much money to clean them up, they just left the boats here in the harbor. Those boats now, the boats were used to take construction material to the nuclear power plant. But, you know, after going back and forth, and dealing with contamination so many times that they were so contaminated they couldn't pay the money to fix it. They just left them here, and now they're just sunken ships in the harbor. So by the harbor now, we're at 0.21, still very safe. Not even as close to getting an X-ray. Right here's their firefighters monument, because all the people tried to put out the fires during the nuclear reactor. They got really sick. Most of them pretty much died from the radiation. So they made a great monument for them. So because it was because the radiation was so bad for humans, they tried everything they could to try to clean up the nuclear reactor number 4. So they actually used remote control like machinery stuff, remote control cars, everything to try to clean it up, and it ended up failing and not working in the end as well. Look at this, all remote control stuff.
Мощность дозы будет высокая. Вот смотрите, она поползла. Вот идите сюда. Вот смотрите, что такое завал. Вот здесь, в том месте, где мы стоим, сейчас 10 рентген. Это будет примерно 1000. Вот около вот этого колпака примерно 200. Все, пойдемте. На сегодня хватит нам. Выходим, пойдемте. И ты тоже выходи оттуда.
Вверху, смотрите, как переместал, намного приятнее. Да, он тебя будет очень... Намного приятнее стало.
Там очень большие уровни радиоактивного излучения, и поэтому туда подойти крайне тяжело. Ну и зачем туда пускать людей, когда может техника сработать?
Robots are sent onto the roof to shove the lethal debris over the edge. But after a few days, the ambient radioactivity begins to affect even the machines. Their electronic circuitry can't hold up. They go berserk and break down. One of them hurtles itself into the breach.
Как вы собираетесь его разворачивать? Он же поперек висит.
On the roof, robotic machines are no longer an option. Men will have to replace them.
Back then, technology was...
Here I can show you the picture of the destroyed reactor number 4. See right here.
Yep, that's reactor 4.
The destroyed reactor number 4, and here you can see the upper cap of the reactor with the technological channels of the reactor. 1,200
tons of explosions just jumped into the air, and that's how this whole thing just blew up. All radiation as well.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of highly contaminated debris of the reactor core. Graphite blocks and some other technological channels which were used in the reactor core. And you can see these tiny remote control equipment which was used to push all this highly contaminated debris back into the gaping hole.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And later, from the helicopters, bags with lead, sand, boron carbide and dolomite, they're supposed to fill to cover the reactor core and to stop the release of radioactivity.
So just think about it, just because that explosion, that little area, it affected so much.
Yeah.
So much people had to evacuate because of that thing.
And there was a huge risk and danger of another explosion. If the fire wasn't stifled in time, it could be spread on the reactor number 3,
but it didn't,
and there
right?
could be another explosion. Yeah.
So all the vehicles used during that harsh time were sent here. It's like a graveyard. I mean, there's even helicopters here and everything, and they're all contaminated. So they left them there. But now he says, where are they now?
So these graveyards, they don't exist anymore. Authorities made a decision to cut them piece by piece and to bury at special burial grounds, which were created in the exclusion zone close to the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant. So they were buried.
So all those were exactly cut, smashed into little pieces, and just buried.
Yeah, like
that's a lot. We're at a second checkpoint as we get deeper into the abandoned Pripyat town in Chernobyl. And look, they even check your car when you leave here to make sure there's nothing going on. You didn't take anything from the zones. What I wanted to I asked if I could take a gas mask, but they wouldn't let me. Well, my tour guide didn't let me do it. He's a cool guy, but I wanted to. It's tempting, but I'm not. I can't do it. Look at this.
World War II monument.
This is the World War II second monument, and not only that, but in there is a kindergarten school. So now we're getting a .23, 24. The reader's getting higher. Oh,
To the soil.
To the soil. Oh shit, man. Oh, dude, that's bad. That's as big as the X-ray. That's as big as the chest x-ray. Damn. It's even going higher, sometimes 6 now. And it's even beeping.
Yeah, it's beeping.
Damn, dude. Dude, I'm mind blown by that. That's crazy. It's going off on me. But yo, we're entering the school right now. I'm so excited, I can't even handle this. This is insane. Watch what you're about to see. I can't believe the dolls and stuff, man. Look at this.
Oh, steps, yeah.
Can you believe that? The dolls from the children and stuff is right here. Look at all the debris from it too, from just naturally decaying. The stuff will fall down from the ceilings. Oh man. This is unbelievable.
So here with the study room.
Dude, no way. That's insane. Look at all their books, man. All left here. Hey, it's like a lion, stuffed animal lion. Alright, look at this. Now I think this is the coolest room, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is, dude. So they lived here, the kindergarten, or this is like nap time.
Yeah, this is just a nap time room.
They would just nap in here. The daycare, kindergarten daycare.
Parents used to bring their children to the daycare building while they were working.
Yep.
The rest is staying here.
Oh, okay.
Teachers, they were sleeping
Yep.
at the daytime, and in the evening, after their parents were done with their work, they used to come here and pick them up.
So we'd pick them up. Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, it's definitely just a daycare.
Yeah, this is a daycare building.
Yeah, daycare, kindergarten. Yeah, both.
Both, yeah.
Oh, wow, look at these bedrooms. Yeah, it's not a double. Oh, man. I can't believe this. Look at them. They're bunnies and stuff. Man, imagine that. Yeah, again. Just picture in your head, you have to evacuate. Everything you got here is just left here and you just gotta go. And this is exactly how it looks. In the end, obviously people came and messed it all around and stuff, but it's here. Okay, I see.
So on the left side, you can see the construction of new spent nuclear fuel storage.
Okay.
So these days, the power plant is not operational anymore. The last reactor was shut down here on December 15, 2000. Since that time, the power plant is just on the way of decommissioning of the catastrophe.
Damn, so right there would have been another nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
Just like the ones that blew, but it never got finished.
Yes.
Because once that fourth one blew, the whole town evacuated. They dropped everything. So this was never done.
Yeah.
So right here is where you have it, where the disaster all happened. There's reactor 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that rusted old one is number 4, and that's the one that blew and made us all have to evacuate. And right there is that, and that's a dome pretty much. They're working on covering that reactor. They're gonna push it. It's on like some kind of wheels with remote, and they're gonna push it over there. Right now, as you can see, everyone, we're at the heart of the accident. Right in front of us, the Chernobyl reactors. So even right now, that reactor is still leaking it out right now.
Yeah, just those gamma rays.
Yeah, the
extremely powerful. Yeah, they pass through
They're rays.
the 2 or 3 meters thick wall.
Yep.
And they are just
coming out
passing through us
right now as we speak.
Now. Yeah, as we speak, as we stand here.
You hear that? Right now we are getting hit with radiation, but it's such a low dose.
Yeah.
But it's coming out of there right now, hitting us. And this can even prove it to you right here that it is coming out. But see how low? Oh, see how low it drops when you put it behind the wall?
Yeah.
And look at this.
Like
it's gonna go back up.
1.4.
1.9. Oh, 1.5. 1.6. It's gonna keep going back up. Oh, I gotta turn that back up. But look at that. See, it's gonna go right back up to where it was. 3.0 now.
3.1.
You see? If you put it back here, it's gonna go exactly back lower. So it's like this. These walls are like a shield, but you can so see to this day, right now, that this reactor is still leaking out radiation. and it's going right towards us from here. That's actually cool, dude. So the whole international team put together this plan to try to finally stop this from leaking out, the nuclear reactor, by building this dome. We're gonna call it a dome, and it's actually somewhat on wheels on the bottom, and they're gonna push it with remote control cranes and everything, and they're gonna slide it right into that reactor, and then it's gonna be completely aired shut and shielded, and no more will ever be spitting out. So pretty much this meter that you see now, it's not gonna rise up when we put it over here anymore.
Before we get right back in today's video, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, you guys. First off, thank you guys so much who's been donating to Patreon every single month, and thank you for everyone who's been also buying the Exploring Through merch. This goes a very long way. So unlike other channels, I do not receive a lot of brand deals. So it costs a lot of money to fund these videos, and I have team costs and production costs that are pretty high. So all the money you give me covers all of this. So team costs, like my mom who runs my Exploring Crew store, or like my editor who edits all these videos, or my graphic designer who makes all the thumbnails, or even my brand manager who does all the behind the scenes business stuff. Or like production costs are things like my flights, my foods, my hotels. I don't stay in 5-star fancies hotels either. Or more production costs are like my cameras, my drones, my film permits. It all adds up. So whether you support my Patreon or my Exploring Crew store, check both out, please. So for example, my Exploring Crew store, we have tons of merch. We don't just sell hoodies, we sell stickers, t-shirts, shorts. And if you just don't want any of that, but maybe you want to be a Patreon supporter in general, we have reward tier lists. We have a private Discord where I chat to all you guys personally on there, like our own club. It's all there, guys. All this goes a long way. Check out both. It means a lot. Back into the video.
So this is going to be finally finished and put over that reactor at the end of 2017.
Yeah, the end of November.
The end of November. And it costed 28 countries $2 billion to make this. But we have to make this because we all live in this world, and we have to think of a plan to stop natural disasters and man-made disasters. So that's what they did. Pripyat, this is the sign, the welcoming sign. Not only that, but even has the date when this town was built. So that's really great to see. I'm right in front of this place too. But over here, look, you can even see the radioactive symbols. Man. So you already know we passed the Pripyat welcome signs. Yeah. So you already know where we're going now. The ghost town of Pripyat right here, huh? Yeah. Straight up ghost town. Look at this.
The main
another radioactive sign. Yeah. So this is it. We're in the mainland, the heart of the town, Main Street, anything you want to call it, but we're in the popular center where 50,000 people lived. Over here we have hundreds of apartments. We were passing by like hundreds of apartments just coming to this area right now. So right there was the administration building, the hotel, cultural arts, culture center, restaurants, supermarkets,
and 2 16-story buildings.
And 2 16-story buildings. But look at this. The Soviet Union symbol. If I zoom up ahead, you can see it right on the building, and that is so cool to see. We spent about 5 minutes trying to decide where to start first. We ended up going to the supermarket first and the restaurant. There's so much to see here. I mean, literally, I could probably spend about 3 weeks here having so much fun. Just chilling here. I could sit here all day. So right here's the restaurant. It's called Pekto Pa. Gotta go check that out, right? As I say it? Is that right?
It's not the name of the restaurant. It's just written there that this is a restaurant building. It's not the name.
Oh,
it just says restaurant. But it's not a Pekto Pa. It's not the name.
So Pekto Pa just means restaurant?
Yeah.
In Ukraine?
In Russian.
In Russian. Yeah, I can so tell that this was a supermarket as well.
all those signs.
Yep, I can so picture the supermarket here. Look at this, their freezers as well. And their old mini shopping carts. The Soviet Union symbol. A bunch of flagpoles over here. Used to be Soviet Union symbols, and also some propaganda posters were right there as well. So here's the culture building now.
Yeah.
Wrecked. It's definitely wrecked. There's not even stairs anymore. Man. Damn, look at the art. Some of the art's still here. Yep. Oh man, the marble floors. Damn. It's good to see that they're still there. What? Oh, the town was modern?
Soviet Union standard.
So it's a very good town.
It was a very good town. It was a dream town to live in for Soviet Union people.
Damn.
Yeah.
This was the town to live in, huh?
Yeah.
Very expensive city then.
Yeah.
Well-
and supply of food products, of everything was perfect to this town. Because the town was really, really rich because of and due to the Chernobyl nuclear power station. Salaries here usually were 2 or 3 times higher than the
average.
salaries, yeah, in the Soviet
So we had
Union.
so pretty much there was a lot of high class people living here as well
Yeah.
in this city. So this was like the dream city back in the day, and look what happened. Yeah, so right here, what Miss said was the theater.
Yeah. So
Dude, what is that? Is that
seats-
posters over there?
Yeah. They're the portraits.
Oh, portraits.
Yeah, portraits of one of the Communist Party leaders.
One of the leaders?
Communist Party leaders.
Oh, one of the, okay. But look at what I really like is that ceiling.
Yeah.
That ceiling's insane. Look at it, it's just still there too. No damage at all to the ceiling. So this is the building that we're in right now that we just showed you from the outside, the culture building. Look how it used to look.
Yeah.
That is a very big change. We just walked upstairs from the stadium, and this place, oh man, it's, you guys, I'm gonna show you guys. I gotta turn the camera over for this one. So this happens to be their dance floor. You would, the children were playing on the ballet. They were dancing. They were dancing right here, correct?
Yeah.
Dancing just right here. Look how it is now, and look at me. We get to see how abandoned the town is in front of us as well. Right there it says strong, brave, and skillful. These are some of the regular gymnastics rooms here. There's about, how many rooms do you think there are?
There were about 5.
5 of these rooms?
Yeah.
And here's just one of them. It's a huge swimming pool.
No, it's not big. It's a small.
Oh no.
Later I will show you.
Another one?
Yeah.
So he says there's another pool that's bigger than this one. I'm like, damn, this is big. God. So where were we when I first asked about the boxing ring? We're on this side, right? I pointed to the boxing ring. I asked him about it. This is actually the boxing ring. I never seen an abandoned boxing ring before, but I like, look at the building though. Like I said, that your stone buildings are way cooler than in America and how the architecture is here. But this is the remains of it. That's cool though. We're coming up to the well-known thing in Pripyat, the Ferris wheel, the amusement park. If this wasn't there, I don't think people would like this place as much. Everybody loves this. It's in the video game Stalker. It's in the games Call of Duty. It's so well known. So we're gonna have our amazing instructor tell us about the amusement park.
So talking about the amusement park, according to official data, it's supposed to be opened only on the 1st of May, 1986.
Yeah, it never opened, correct?
But it was opened
Oh, it did?
only for 1 day.
1 day.
That's what I was told.
I know, I heard that too before coming
It
here.
was opened only for 1 day. So when the accident happened, a lot of people found out about the fire at the Chernobyl nuclear power station. And a lot of them started to go to the bridge, which we passed on our way to the town.
Okay.
There was a great spot for looking at that destroyed reactor number 4. A lot of people started to go there. So, and authorities, when they realized that, they decided to distract people, and they made a decision to open an amusement park. As a result, all people started to come here instead of going to that bridge, because the only thing which they could see there, it was only small smoke coming up from that destroyed reactor number 4. That's it. So as a result, people started to come here
And ride the Ferris wheel.
and ride the Ferris wheel, ride the bumper cars, ride swinger, or ride the carousel, all the things which were built for them. And next day, they were just evacuated.
Just evacuated.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I was told.
We'll never know.
This town, yeah.
So, you're saying that this amusement park was built just to distract people from not looking at the reactor
Yeah.
that was burning?
Yeah.
Wow. And you know what? It seems like that could be it, because it wasn't like it was like heavily built. There was no walls, and it wasn't a great amusement park. It was just stuff just thrown here.
Yeah.
It was built so quick just to distract people from the reactor, and then the next day everybody left. So people only got to ride these rides for 1 day.
Yeah.
This was their carousel. It's not even a horse on it. Yeah, just the swing, dude. I don't know, unless they just never had the carousels. Nah, they had carousels back then. But like I said, this was built so quick in 1 day to distract people. They didn't want to get the best stuff. But there it is, the amazing, famous, overly rated Ferris wheel. Not hating on it, but it is. There's way more stuff to look at here than just the Ferris wheel. But it's just because all you guys who watching from the media, you just love to see this carousel from the video games, but the history is way more important. So this ride, it was like little swings. It's pretty much just a swing set. But if you look at it, it was like a boat style. Just like at the abandoned Six Flags in New Orleans that I went to, abandoned bumper cars are here. Now these bumper cars were only used for a day. I still can't get over that. We decided to walk inside the bumper cars. Here's where the instructor would be to stop and turn the ride on. Now look how old these bumper cars are. There's like dirt. It's like the paint color is just dirt. That's what it is. Steering wheel's right there. It's not even attached to it anymore. None of these are working. But they're all here. Hey, the gas pedal. These were the double seaters for the people who wants to fit their kids or, their girlfriends, whatever. Just it's for double people. Did you find a way to turn the ride on?
Fortunately, no.
Oh man.
I wish I could.
Yeah, I wish you could too. I guess this ride don't work no more. So once the families and everyone knew that they couldn't come back to the city, how all their belongings and everything was left here, they took the whole place, circled it around with barbed wire. They covered the whole place with barbed wire, like a gate, a big wall around the town, so nobody can come here, just to prevent looters. But obviously looters still came in and they took stuff, but they were also getting affected by the radiation. We're approaching the soccer stadium. Soccer's very big in Europe, so I'm gonna go up there and get an overview of the top of the soccer stadium. So I'm at the top of the soccer stadium bleachers. We're all sitting watching the spectator seats. And that's it. That's the soccer stadium. Look at the trees. They took over it. And where he's standing, those are the running tracks. Right here where he's standing. Look at all the benches I just left here. They almost it looks like they blended into the trees at first. Moss and everything's all grown over them. I'm assuming some of the benches were on this side as well. Look at the apartments. And like I said, these are all abandoned complexes. Yeah, a lot of these are really just looted and just pretty much gone. Look at that. So we're walking the streets, and I'm like, hey, what's that? I think there's a school here. Sure enough.
And it's fast, yeah.
It's right there. Right.
There were 5 of them here.
Five middle schools? 15 kindergartens were in the city, and 5 middle schools.
And you know what?
What?
Because the average age of the inhabitants of this town was 26, 28 years. They were really, really young.
Young.
And in the Soviet Union, families, they were made of usually 2-3 kids.
So each family had an average of 2 to 3 kids in the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of kids.
That's why a lot of school facilities and sports institutions were built
here.
in this town. Yeah.
Wow, look
Like
at this.
middle schools, like 15 kindergartens, like a lot of sports halls, a lot of gymnasiums, a lot of swimming pools.
That's why that
They
makes
were
sense
here.
now. That's
Yeah.
why they're all over here.
Yep.
And here we go. We're about to walk in here. I don't know what to expect. So we're gonna go in together. Nothing but the sound of water drops. Damn.
Main hall.
Yeah, definitely the main hall, huh? Got a couple books. Yeah. Ooh, loving the hallways with the paint chips. Oh, another gymnasium like the last one. Look at this one though. I like this one better. I think because it's more older. I'm not sure.
Usually inside the building, the radiation background is absolutely safe. Absolutely safe.
Okay, but in there?
Yeah, but if you enter the courtyard of the school, you will see that the readings are going higher. You see that inside the building is absolutely safe, 0.12.
Yeah, 0.12 now. We're gonna enter the courtyard. Check out the radiation levels here. So what are you thinking, like? Oh, we got 2.5. All right. We're getting some 3.0s over here. 3.5, it's beeping. Oh, I'm at 6.2 now. 6.4. That's pretty high over here. So the whole entire city, the soil, the ground, most of it was removed. How much inches or feet?
So I can tell you in centimeters.
In centimeters, okay.
It's 10-15 centimeters.
10 or 15 centimeters of the whole entire ground was removed to get the radiation out. But this exact courtyard, that's true soil from the old days, never removed, never touched. That soil right in there. So it contains a high level of radiation. Dude, I didn't even recognize, but look at all the gas masks.
Yeah, that's what usually happens here.
Look at all the gas masks. Guys, everyone watching my videos, look at all the gas masks. There's so many of them. There is so many gas masks. It's not even funny. And these are all, this was part of the schools, right? Because every school had gas masks.
It was a part of the educational system those days.
So everyone...
Every single student of the school is supposed to have a gas mask. In case of natural calamities, in case of war.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think even the United States as well, or before.
Even these days in Ukraine, we have a subject which is called civil defense.
Civil defense, okay.
Civil defense, yeah. We are taught to put on these gas masks as quick as possible. We are also taught to assemble and dismantle.
Oh, how to make them? Wait, yeah?
Yeah, and at the end of the year, usually senior year students, so they do that.
Dude, we do not do that in America.
At the end of the year.
At the end of the day, you all learn how to assemble gas masks and guns?
Yeah. And at the end of the year, usually it's in May or in June, boys are taken to shooting grounds and they shoot from those AK-47 guns.
What?
Yeah.
Everyone in Ukraine?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I did that.
You did it too?
Yeah, when I was at school.
Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some kind, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, seriously, I mean, I've never seen so many gas masks. Look at, I mean, you can tell they're for the kids. They're for the freaking kids. Look how small they are for your faces. They're just for the kids' face. So there's other stuff here on the tables as well. You know, we got books, dude. Look at that, the old Soviet Union flag. That's crazy. Looks like another information board was right there. Damn, look. So are the classrooms?
Desks, books.
Oh wow, yeah, tons and tons of books. Man, people took all their desks and chairs and just threw them up against the walls. What's the book say?
Trip to the future.
Trip to the future? Oh man. Talk
Here
about...
is the future.
Seriously, look at this. Now this is, oh man. The alphabet?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is either. Oh, this guy looks spooky. That's cool. Wonder if that's the kid that went here. There's another one there too. Look at that. I'm just sitting in the back of here. It's dead quiet. I'm just picturing the kids, you know, walking up to the teacher's desk and coming back down, getting their homework done and doing their tests, and everything's just forgotten here. I don't know if you can pick one of these up. You're not supposed to, but I'm just gonna pick one of these up and show you all. I am holding a middle school gas mask in my hand from Chernobyl. A lot of history, a lot of craziness, and I'm holding it in my hand. Following the disaster, a restricted exclusion zone was established around the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant. The zone covers over 1,000 square miles across northern Ukraine. Entry is controlled through military-style checkpoints. All vehicles and personnel are inspected and documented. Radiation levels are monitored on entry and exit. Movement inside the zone is limited to approved routes and designated areas. Despite this, large sections remain abandoned. Entire towns and villages were left behind. Going up the stairs inside the middle school.
And the newspaper.
What's the date on it?
The date 23rd of April 1986. 23rd of April 1986.
Damn.
Soviet Patriot.
Damn, that was the last newspaper here. Probably ever in the city. Damn. No way.
Yeah.
We're inside their physics room. Holy shit, man. I gotta swear for this one on the camera. That's amazing. Look at that. People were making that, huh? Mechanical stuff with their hands and everything. Back in middle school, too.
Yeah.
What? Dude, so children made these.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool, dude. I think it's cool how the children that made these mechanical things are just literally still sitting here on the table.
Have you ever done this?
Nah, I never did this ever in middle school. I'm looking at these things like, what are they? I don't even...
thing in Ukraine and in Russia.
Yeah, exactly.
All Soviet countries.
I was talking to my friend in Germany. He says they always do this. They do a lot of mechanical things with their hands, and it's like very like normal here. But nah, we don't do that. And at least I never did in my school.
The anthem of the Soviet Union.
The anthem of the Soviet Union? I don't even know what the anthem is, but there it is. So we're walking to the swimming pool, and this was the sign that said swimming pool, but that's gone. Well, we're still coming in hard. So the swimming pool's upstairs, I guess.
Yes. It's really big swimming pool. And the sign on the door says changing room.
All right, changing rooms are right here.
For men.
That's yeah, I can understand that right there. Changing room. Another basketball court. Nice. I like this one. Here we come, the big boy stuff, boys. There you go.
Here we go.
Damn.
The huge swimming pool. This one is big. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever seen a swimming pool this big. But I don't really swim that much. But this is huge. Look at that, you know what's even awesome? The background. You see all these abandoned houses in the background. Huge ones too.
Yeah, and all those windows, they were glassed.
They were all glass at one point?
Yeah.
Damn, windows were all glassed. We're seeing abandoned. You can see more now. It looks like it's still active in the back, but it's not. It's all abandoned. This is a straight up ghost town. And that's the swimming pool before. Look how nice that looks. That's literally before. Look at that. That's where the looks exactly the same. A fun fact about this pool was still running after the accident till 1997. Before, it was even more than that. There was other companies here still running stuff. Even when radiation was going on the outside, people were still able to work inside because everything was shut and closed, so radiation wasn't always in some of the buildings. But once the city declared to shut down the power station because of the health hazard of outside, that's when,
Not because of the health hazard, because the decision was made to shut down the power plant activity. Just it was a political decision. It was the demand of the European Union.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to shut down the power plants.
The European Union declared to shut
In the world. It was a political decision to shut down the power plant. It could be even operate these days.
So the sun's about to come down. We're looking for a pretty tall building so we can climb to the top and get the sunset. So we found one after walking a while. We're gonna try to climb this one. It's pretty tall. Hopefully we can still get the sunlight. That's the post office building. And oh wow, look at that. That's how it used to look.
Yeah.
Looks really nice, we're looking at it. Dude, that's the street we're on. It doesn't even look like it.
Yeah.
Damn. So that's literally what the streets, everything used to look like. And we look up and now look at it. Completely different. Okay. How's the sun's looking? Well, we can still see the sun. We're on good timing to the top. Okay. I can catch my breath because we made it to the top. And there is the Soviet Union side. You can barely see it because we're at an angle, but if we get too close to the edge, I might fall and die, so. Wow, so this is
the power station.
Oh yeah, right there.
New dome.
Yep, there's the nuclear reactor, the power station. But look at this. This is the whole entire Pripyat city. And you can look over here. There's the Ferris wheel. Can you believe that? This whole thing is abandoned. Here's the other side. And here you go. I mean, what's very, like what we were talking about before, so many trees have just grown. Some trees is as high as the buildings itself. Look at that. If you can just look at the trees, if you just notice how tall those trees are, the trees are what's taking over this place. Pretty soon you won't be able to see anything. It's gonna be all trees. If I had a time machine, I would go back in time, see how the city was, and then just flash back to this point right now. I'll probably get the craziest chills of my life. Oh my god, you're right. We're leaving right now, going back to the hotel, and we see a huge moose just chilling in the road. Right now we're getting checked for radiation because we were inside the radiation zone. So we're gonna make sure we're okay when we get decontaminated or anything like that.
Okay, you see this radiation scanner here.
Yep.
This is the equipment which is used to do radiation scanning. What do we need to do here? We just need to step in. You see all these things. They are radiation detectors. If you have something on your clothes, so they will detect it. As well as on the shoes.
Oh, yes, the shoes.
So we just step in.
Alright. What is that thing? What is that
green?
thing?
It's the same one. It's another one.
Oh, it's another
It's
one?
another type, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's an older.
Radiation scanning.
So you're green, so you're
Shows
safe.
green, yeah. It means that I'm good.
So
Go, step in, yeah.
Alright, so I stand in here.
Yeah, press your hands. And another one.
Do it again.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe they just broke down. What's going on here?
Dude, maybe I have
Press
some...
your hands.
I'm doing it, no?
Oh, green.
Yeah, so I'm safe.
Yeah,
Yes.
means that you're safe. Yeah, that you are not contaminated at all.
Dude, I thought I had radiation. So right now we're driving to a missile base, and this forest was literally planted here on purpose, just so they could hide the base even more and the antennas. This ground was also put here from old airports and stuff, just placed here just to get a decent road to get to the missile base during the Soviet Union times. We're gonna also go inside the missile base. We're approaching the antennas right now that was used to detecting the missiles. After 8 kilometers, even though this place is abandoned, there's still a checkpoint you have to go through. In the middle of the woods too, there's a guy here. I saw the security's great here. They even got attack dogs, everyone. They're talking in Ukrainian right now, I don't know what they're saying. They moved their attack dogs out for us.
Here was the main checkpoint. To the left, there were military barracks.
Military
where
barracks?
Soldiers and officers who were on duty at this station used to stay. They used
Nice.
to stay in those military barracks. There was a marching square over there, so that's where they were located.
Oh, I see. Oh, so they all slept in there.
Yeah.
We're trying to go inside their radar station. Right there are those antennas that would detect any missiles launched in the world. Right there is some propaganda on the walls. We've been walking for about a good 10 minutes or so. The forest is so dead and spooky. Yeah.
According to official information, this was all this base. It was the center of long distance communication with the aliens or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was an official information, but according to non-official, it was the radar which is supposed to detect nuclear
Oh, exactly. So we don't actually technically know what this
and
is.
a lot of people, a lot of soldiers who were on duty here, they had no idea about the real purpose of these antennas.
Even the
About
soldiers here?
Even soldiers here.
Damn.
Only those people who used to work with the control room, they knew about the real purpose of it.
Almost
But
like
the
an
rest, they had no idea.
almost like an Area 51, dude.
Yeah.
So only people who worked here knew exactly what was going on here. Even the people who were guarding out this side had no idea what was actually going on right in here. So they kept this whole thing hidden. Even on the map, they said this was a student college and stuff. So being up close and personal, it's way bigger than I thought. If I had more time, I would be the cool guy and climb it. But we don't have all day here. This is my last day in Chernobyl, and I must head back to America. Dude, I don't know if you hear it on the camera, but there's like tons of wind up there. But it sounds like a roaring sound, and we're the only ones here. It's cloudy, it's like dead quiet around here. Thank God I brought this amazing flashlight with me for today. It's very bright, so don't look at it. It'll blind you, man. This is all for the Soviet Union, dude.
Underground, there were a lot of cables.
Cables underground?
Yeah, which were connecting radars with the control room, which is right here. There's the control room building here, and here underground there were all those cables which were connecting radars, antennas with the control building.
Damn, so this is the building that controlled antennas right there? Here's some of their equipment left. Pretty much, you know, when they knew they couldn't operate anymore, a lot of them just took their stuff and just scrapped it for metal and hid their information. You know, it's like you gotta take all your stuff and hide it so any other personnel people won't find it. Here's a lot more of their equipment. Look at all this. Oh, maybe I could make out, I don't know, a lot of transistors and batteries and caps, and all military Soviet Union Russian equipment is right here in front of us. No one would ever be able to come here if this was still running, except the people here. Like, not even us. Never ever would be able to step foot here. In a way, this is almost like America's Area 51, except this is much older. It's very icy. Oh, I got my stuff. I got it. Damn. We got some meters over here. Who knows what they measured? I'm not sure. What is this?
Feeder.
What is that?
It's supposed to control the power supply.
Oh, okay. Meters and
And this base was built close to the nuclear power station because it consumed a lot of power.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. This place consumed lots of power. Yeah, you're right. So it had to be near the nuclear power plant, so they could consume the power from it.
Almost all these rooms around.
Yep.
These were rooms of computer equipment.
Yeah.
So those old school computers, they were in here. And they were processing all the information which was received, which was caught by those radars. This room. That
Almost like servers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, they are.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, they look like almost like servers. Tons of hard drives and stuff would be inside. The main control room?
Yeah. You see this panel?
Yeah, look at these things.
So that's where operators were sitting.
Dude, so they were sitting here monitoring, and right here, dude, could have been like a big TV or something. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't think so? Because if they were sitting here looking in front of their screens, there's got to be something big that was on this wall. Maybe a projector or something, no? We'll never find before and after pictures of this place because it was such a secret anyway. What does all this say? Anything interesting?
Laws, Soviet Union laws.
Soviet Union laws.
Duties of officers, duties of soldiers.
Damn.
Propaganda everywhere, Soviet Union.
So much times have changed. Soviet Union don't exist anymore, and I mean we're sitting here. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? All propaganda too, or?
Yeah, high military preparedness is the law of military anti-aircraft life.
Damn. Oh my God.
Armed forces of the United States is the weapon of aggression and threat to the world.
What?
How do you like this?
Wait.
It was a Cold War period. It was a Cold War time.
This was the Cold War time.
Soviet Union and United States, they were enemies. They were not friends.
You're right though. Wait, so say what this says again?
So armed forces of United States is a weapon of aggression and threat to the world.
Damn! Dude, they're talking junk about America right here. This is Soviet Union times, like you said, this is way back. We're looking at this right now. This is old history.
American peacemakers in Levant.
What does that say?
American peacemakers in Levant.
What does that mean? Levant?
Levant is the name of the country.
Oh, okay. U.S.? So why come they have a U.S. hat on right now and they're showing this? Any reason or?
Because it is a propaganda against the United States.
Oh, propaganda against the United States is right here as well. Okay.
Warren, I don't know, Davis Mountain, maybe it's the last names of some generals or whatever, I don't know. But this one says definitely Wyoming State, Arizona State, Montana State, North Dakota State.
Dude, so the Soviet Union had a lot of
Arkansas, Missouri, Kansas, Wyoming.
So the Soviet Union had our states on this board.
Yeah.
So they had plans for us now. They didn't like us. So we're seeing some old plans right here. Wait, so what does this say again? The
Organizational structure of aircraft systems of United States.
Damn. So they knew these are pretty much where bases were maybe in America that they knew about, and so they jotted it down on this board. And everyone was inside here. Who knows what they were doing in here, but all the propaganda is still up on their wall. So they're really, trying to make their Soviet Union army go against us and stuff. There's all these boards. They're really like mind controlling them as well. Dude, this is the coolest thing here, man. So we just found another room, and what we may understand is that this was a training room for the workers. Maybe like a practice room. Look at all these boards. It looked like almost like circuit motherboards in a way. So whatever the Soviet Union were doing, man, they had the whole world right here like a model, and they were planning something. Something was getting planned there. Look at that. I don't know if they're berries or something, but they're definitely radioactive, contaminated. You can't even touch them or eat them. But we're out. I think it's such a mind-blowing experience to be able to say that we just walked inside an old Soviet Union's base and seen old American propaganda and some old secret intel. We're leaving the base now, the military base, and we're gonna go head back into the city. So as we were driving here, to the road, a tree just fell and blocked us. We're trying to leave the military base, and they're trying to keep us here, I guess. So we gotta go ahead and move it. All right, heading back into Pripyat city. We got some exploring to do.
Yeah.
So right there's like their monument of like peace and friendship in a way, you could say.
Yeah.
And pretty much just representing the 13 Soviet Union states all together joined. So we're at the hospital right now. I'm great at exploring hospitals, you guys already know. And the top of the roof, it says the health of the nation is the wealth of the country. Think about it, I explored so many asylums and hospitals, and now we're in Pripyat city. And now we're in Pripyat city, and I'm going inside a hospital here. Their city's hospital. Doesn't get any more crazier than that. Guess they were trying to grow plants by the windows here. Is this soil original over here, you think?
No.
Yeah. One of the patient's rooms. Oh, those candies you got me is really good. Oh, dude, what do they call these? I see these in American hospitals as well. They would put something on here. I just don't know what it would be. I forgot. Maybe you know. I don't know. We're not doctors, so. So right here is their water treatment room. Let me try to focus. And you know, obviously, it's try to help patients move their muscles again, and you know all that good stuff. Look at this. I can't read that, but it's all notes and. Wow. Here we go. Look at it. It's still in its bottle. $1985. Down here, it looks like it says their address on it. Shows some, I don't know. Looks like to be your review of what's wrong with you or something. They go over your body and stuff. They check you out. There's so many. There's tons and tons of rooms, so we're just gonna go through them. So 0.22. It's still normal here. Going closer to this desk. Holy shit, dude. That's the highest we've seen so far. 12.45. 15. That's higher than 20. We're at, dude, 19. 20.4. 23.5. That's really, really, really high. And that's contaminated. Pretty much, I think that's radiation right there. And that's way more than a chest x-ray now. That's like 5 times a chest x-ray. Did I say 30? Oh, what? We just hit 59. That's really high. 59 is the highest I've ever seen. Now that's considered dangerous, I think. We're not going to go near there. So that piece of cloth right there is actually from the firefighters that put out the fire that tried to stop the nuclear reactor number 4 from exploding. Pretty much when the nuclear reactor 4 exploded, the firefighters, one of them was wearing that cloth right there, went inside to try to put out the fire, and pretty much most of them, if not all of them, died or got sick from it. And you can tell it's still radioactive now. I mean, 59 microsieverts is ridiculous. People's gloves and hazard suits, it looks like. Right there, still on the floor here in this hospital. Inside one of these rooms, looks like it'd be some kind of shelves full of medicine, maybe. And over here, some more medicine bottles. And damn, look at this. So right here's the maternity department. That's where women gave birth. Right here. And the thing is, look how it's set up. It's still exactly, where they would be giving birth. Got some pictures of people's lungs on the floor. Looks like it appears to be definitely a room. Yeah, like an area for people's lungs. It's crazy how their beds are just in the hallway right now. Over here too, look at this. Another one. Look at that little baby cradles and stuff. Oh man. This is definitely the freakiest thing I've seen, I think, exploring so far. This beats everything. So after they gave birth, they're putting the babies in these things. Man. Not every day you'll see that kind of stuff in hospitals. Hey, look at that. There's even a key right there. Oh, what? Oh, look at that. And those. It seems that on this floor they did a lot of operations here. There's actually still a lot of things left on this floor as well. So they operated inside this room, right? For the patients? Ooh. Oh yeah, dude. Definitely. They did some crazy operations in here, huh? All their equipment's just thrown on the floors now. I see these a lot, all the time, you know, just putting the lights on. Here's operation room 1. So they had 2 operating rooms, you think? Or more? Just 2, huh? Oh, man. Oh, look at it. They even have way more. Look at it. There's even some in containers. So we're getting right into the resuscitation room. And this is where, like, you could be saved. Like, if you're dying and you're about to die, they can save you. You know, really put you back to life. But this one makes me really curious. All these medicines. That stuff. I remember, they dip the needle inside there and suck it up. Damn. Look at all those pills. I mean, all those medicines. Hey, they say English. It says vitamins. It says vitamins on it. Maybe the jackpot with the bottle of medicines. All the beds are just tipped over to the side, kicked. Everything. This one's rusty because the sealant's leaking, dripping down on that cabinet. What? Look at this. Must be, maybe it was a patient that worked here or someone's diary. This room has pills in it. Look at those. Whole bunch of tablets or so, whole bunch of pills right here. Looks like we're at another main little lobby here in the middle. Got the information boards. The wind's quite breezy right now. Oh wow. Look at their beds. Still the mattresses are on them and everything. If you all don't realize this, everyone we're walking through is where all the patients were living. All these doors is where people used to live. Yeah, so they had 4, it was either 2 or 4 people per room. And this one was a 4-person room. And you could tell because there was lights over the bed. Each light had a bed underneath of it. Right now we're in a 2-person's room. And like I said, you can tell because it's smaller, but it had 2 lights. That's it, 1 underneath each bed. This room has tons of books and stuff in it. Look at the posters hanging on the walls. Oh, look at that. We're on the bottom floor right now, but somehow this is the thing they used to weigh the babies, and it's ended up here. I like these hallways and the stairs because it's like this baby blue paint. We just left the hospital. Surprised to see that there's still a lot of things still in there. Right now we're walking to a collapsed school pretty much. So 3 years ago this middle school collapsed. There's 5 middle schools in here, so only one of them is gone right now. You can even see some of their desks on the top floor. Look at, just to give you all an idea of this middle school. This is just me looking through the window. Look how the desks are still here. And on this room is even caved in on the hallway over there. So it's really bad than it looks from the front of it. Look at that though, their books and everything is still in the back shelves. Chalkboard still has their writing on it. Books are on the desks. Everyone really just up and left. That's exactly how they left it. In probably the next 10 or 15 years, most of these buildings are not even going to be even decently safe to walk in. This the hospital. If you look, you've seen the hospital, it's falling apart. The water damage is everywhere just because of old age and natural causes and everything, the way of life. It's gonna, all these are gonna become unsafe soon and eventually, but we're looking at next 10 to 15 years. We're approaching one of their cafes and behind here is their harbor. Got some vending machines outside the caf. Wow.
Coke, Sprite.
Look at that, it's so different. What do? Just grab a cup and put it underneath?
Yeah. So the coin, push the button, choose the type of the water you want.
Yeah.
So the coin, press the button.
It just drops down. Usually, yeah, we have vending machines like that too. Actually, I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, you just grab a Coke or something from the vending machine. Y'all are getting lucky that you're getting the grand tour. Look at those buildings. Is that stained glass?
Yeah.
Nice. They did a good job on the stained glass.
Yeah. I see one of those on the floor.
Yeah, stained glass is worth a lot of money. So they put a cafe next to the harbor for a lot of reasons. One of them is pretty simple. I mean, you're waiting to board your boat, so you get a cup of coffee or some food before you get on it. See, you can clearly see another sunken ship right over there. I feel like we're the captain of the ship now. We have no men on board, but it's just us, but we can still get the ship to go. It's a little damaged. I'm glad I went on that boat. But I won't forget that. Now we're going to a music school and a cinema. They had everything here. Wow, look at the art they did, huh? Really good music school. Wow. What? Yeah. Unsafe. Don't do this at home, boys and girls. Wow. Some of the keys still work on this piano. The piano's there. We're walking up the bleacher stairs where everybody would sit and watch. Man, just think about how much kids and people just sitting down there watching them, their other classmates play the piano. There's another piano right there. That one just fell over. So me said that there's really absolutely nothing in the top floor. So there's really no point in going up there and exploring if there's absolutely nothing in there. Pretty much as you leave the music room, and it's still connected to the same building. You leave it and you just walk down more. You end up in the movie cinema. I brought my flashlight and I'm so happy that I did. Well, look at that. Yeah, the projector screen and everything. The last seat's there.
Oh, there are some more.
Oh, you're right. All right. So we have, we have a couple of seats left. We can still have a little family party here then with everyone. Oh, yeah, I can see that being the ticket box for the cinema right there. Oh, the parking lot, yeah?
Yeah.
Right now we're entering their post office. Find some old people's mails here. Good to see that still here, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that. The city's envelopes and people's names and letters and so much stuff. Look at there. Soviet Union postcards. You will not see these anywhere else. Yes, from the Soviet Union, these are phone boxes. Pretty much you would sit inside, talk to whoever you're going to talk to, because they didn't have much. They had no internet. They didn't have much back then. Operators in the back. There was a guy here. You just paid to talk, and you would get designated into one of these. Now approaching their police station. Look at, they still have their antenna on the roof. Don't touch those berries. Okay. Damn. Look, they still have their stars and stuff. I like that. I'm assuming that this was the map and what the police runned off of. Look at that. They had a little decent model of the building. In the police station, most of these buildings are pretty much done for, to be honest. I'm looking in them and I'm not even seeing much at all. See, I'm so used to abandoned buildings that when I see stuff like this, all of this, I'm just like, eh. Oh, what? What?
Did you grab your flashlight?
Yeah, I'm gonna need it for this. I knew that it's funny because in my head I was thinking, where is there a holding cell? There has to be one here. And as you're on the phone, and I was like, oh wait, there it is. Look at this. The holding cell. I've never been to an abandoned jail yet, but I'm working on it. I am gonna go to one when I get back to the States. Of Pripyat. I'm going to jail.
I'm gonna lock you in here.
He's gonna lock me in here. Dude, if you really lock me in here, I'm stuck.
Yeah, you're stuck. And I
Yeah.
don't have a key.
He doesn't have a key.
No.
See, you can't trust your people nowadays. They're always gonna backstab you, you know?
Goodbye, man.
Oh man, look at it. I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck inside here. And I'm stuck in an abandoned city, dude. Now think about that. If I was actually technically fully stuck, like let's say he left right now. Who's gonna find me inside an abandoned Pripyat city? No one. I'm done. Oh, more lockups? Oh man. I like lockups.
Interrogation room.
Let me see the interrogation room. I never.
Interrogation room is right here.
Oh man,
Yeah.
dude. So if you did something bad and that you get sentenced up in there,
Something real bad.
if you mess up and you're hanging out, you're on tour, and you mess up, you're gonna be sent in one of these jail cells. But just think about it. We're in Pripyat's jail cell right now. We are exploring it. Right here is like their playground. When you're your jail cell playground, everybody gets to go outside sometimes when you're in jail. They have a sucky one. Look, they can't break out of those. If they wanted to, they ain't breaking out of nothing. That's funny. So there's the fire station. You know, those fire trucks coming out of those big doors right there. Pretty sure there's no fire trucks left though. At least there's a wheel. Yeah, the steering wheel, and we got a wheel. Oh, water dripped on my head, radiation water. That's great. Yeah, a bunch of old electrical components and metals and pretty much just all scrap, to be honest. You see that right there, that crane? That's the same crane that was used to take out anything in, like any kind of debris, anything you would see inside of the Reactor 4 from the explosion. That's the crane they used to pick up anything out of there, which means it's highly contaminated. And behind that, I'm going to show you something else. Just even going near it. Look at this. 3.5. Already beeping. Now, not many people see this on tours. If not, anyone sees this on tours. So it's really hot. It's gonna, and if you get closer, it could rub off on you and stuff. So I'll show you this one even more. Now think about how much history is in that, everyone. That's the same crane used to pick up stuff. All this stuff here. This is no one ever sees this stuff. Look, it's going off like crazy. One of the reasons why it's going off is because this one right here. Right there, I'm gonna zoom in on it for you guys. That's one of the belts, one of the robot remote controls that was used to move the debris off from the nuclear roof. And look at this, look at this. We move a little closer. It's gonna keep on beeping. It's not that bad, but not as bad as the fire truck one, remember that. And get closer. Look at this, really bad now. We're at 10. See, I'm not gonna go any closer just in case it'll be too dangerous. But I'm just showing you like how that is, how bad that is. So there you have it, stuff that you'll never usually see in a tour here or by anyone else. I'm showing you. Here's another welcome sign of Pripyat. Right around here, behind this gate, is a village next to the Belarusia's border. Right, Belarusia? Yeah. Right from the Belarusia border. There was a couple living there, the last couple, right? Yeah. The last couple was living there. And then what happened was, so their grandfather died, and so the grandma was sent back somewhere, I'm not really sure. So now that was the last couple, and now everything down there is just all abandoned. So yes, in a way they were living on like some radiation here. See, after the evacuation happened, they returned 2 years after. So that's what happened. And they lived there ever since, and then once the grandpa died, the grandma left, and now that was it. They were the only people living here. Now there's nothing here except abandoned village, which is also right next to the Belarusia border. Right there's the old traffic light. It still exists today. So for all you who don't know, there was something called blood forest, and the radiation made the trees red. But that's not there no more, but we're gonna pass by right now the remains of it, and we'll see how strong it is. Look at that. It's already beeping. 3.7, 4.0, 5.0. And this guy is just walking through it. So he's gonna get infected. He's done for. Nah, not really everyone, but I mean, I guess if you're sitting here for a while, you could get sick. So right here in this massively huge building right here, you wouldn't know what it is, but it's actually a cooling tower. It was supposed to be used to cool reactors 5 and 6, but that obviously never happened because once reactor 4 blew and exploded, when everybody had to evacuate the city, they obviously had to stop producing these. This one right here is half of this one, you can tell. And they never even stopped, they never even fully built reactors 5 and 6 as well. It's just all sitting here. Now they're gonna be probably the most powerfulest energy source in the world with these things, right? At one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they never got done. They're gonna have 12 of them total. That was what they want. That was their plan. Soviet Union wanted to be the most powerfulest, most sourced energy with 12 reactors. One blew and now it's all over. Whole bunch of junks out here. Damn. Yeah, see the finishings, completely unfinished ones right there. They just started to get up on that, not so quite close. Getting closer. Look at this. Oh. Damn. What are those pipes for? Who knows? What?
Taken away water.
That was gonna pump the water in here.
The reactor. Yeah, to supply it to the top. On the way down, it's supposed to be cooled by a stream of water. Here it's supposed to be on the ground floor. It's supposed to be a big pool for cold water, and another pipeline supply supposed to convey water back to reactors number 5 and 6.
It was gonna. Oh man. So yeah, it looked like it was gonna be a little bit taller. They didn't even get to finish this one. Never mind that one. Still not even close to this size. So we don't even know what they both actually looked like. Water was gonna pump through here and cool those reactors. I don't know if you can hear my echo, but watch this. Hello? Dude, it said, my own voice said hello at least 4 more times. Josh! That is awesome. Man, if this thing was fully built, that means the echo would be insane. Other than that, I have a plane to catch back to America. I'm not looking forward to it. I hope you enjoyed this, because I definitely did. I gotta go. I'm bummed out. Huge shout out to my Patreon tier supporters, especially to Urban Legends and Beyond, Holly Gladwin, Junior the Explorer, Christine Williams, Bobby Olmsted, Melissa Valine, Cassandra Hitt, Haunted 1821, Mr. Anderson, and Tim F.